Do you know what it means to be a motherless daughter? Did you know you can have mother loss without mother death? Mother loss comes in many forms, and we're here to shed some insight through Nurturing Words, a podcast from the Motherless Daughters Ministry. Spend some time with us as we share over 20 years worth of truth treasures, pearls of wisdom, and diamonds of hope.
Welcome to episode number 3 of Nurturing Words, Voices of Experience. This is your host, Gladys Bell of Motherless Daughters Ministry. Today, we're bringing you an introduction to a series that was originally presented as a video. So now, let's hear from our founder, Mary Ellen Collins, about ages and stages of loss.
Are you stuck? This is part 1 of a series that we'll be doing on age and stage. Why you are who you are today. Why do you act this way? Do you know that the age when you experience mother loss affects you today as an adult? There's a basic formula that lends itself to some insights into how we function as adults today and how our mother loss influences who we are today. Want to know the formula? Hi, if I haven't met you yet, I'm Mary Ellen Collins, and I'm the founder of the ministry. Each Monday morning, we will bring you short videos, knowledge, support, things that you can identify with that connect us all together. But today, I want to share with you knowledge about age of loss and how that affects you today. This is part of a series I will be bringing to you over a period of time. If you're aware of other motherless daughters, please share this message. And if this message is speaking to you, hit the like button. Today, I want to focus on your age of loss. Now, age of loss, mother loss, not age of mother death. That's important because you could have mother loss and either have a living mother or you could have mother loss and your mother is not deceased yet. So today, I really want to talk about, in the Motherless Daughters Journey program, the class and retreat, we authored an exercise called What Was It Like? And in that, the goal of the exercise is to help you gain insight into your age of loss and the stage of emotional development by using the formula age of loss plus stage of emotional development plus the ability of our caretaker to support us and allow us to grieve our loss. All of that equals to our long-term adaptability. In other words, how tight our head is screwed on as an adult and how adaptable we are. So let's get at it. This will be an introduction to get us start thinking about our own experience and how our mother loss affects us today. In future videos, I'm going to talk about each age group and their challenges related to mother loss. So this is the foundation, so don't miss this. As I talk to you, the first thing you have to do is identify your age of loss. Notice I did not say age of death. This is not difficult for some, but for others, it's a different story. How old were you when you first experienced mother loss? The actual loss could have happened long before her death, or your mother may still be alive and you've experienced that mother loss. When did she stop nurturing you? This is an important first step for you to ponder. The insight into your age of loss will help you understand your emotions today as an adult. I recently had a conversation with a 55-year-old woman who was experiencing tremendous emotion over the recent death of her mother. When asked the question about her age of loss, she realized it really was when she was about 10. Her mother had been emotionally absent due to mental health issues. So think about this. When did you first experience mother loss? If you need help, reach out and we'll work on this together. Okay, now the next is a mini introduction, and bear with me. Erik Erikson was a psychologist, and you can Google him, Erikson. He was a psychologist who really was an expert in talking to us about understanding the age of loss and our emotional development throughout our lifespan. Erikson tells us that each age has several emotional developmental tasks that we need to master. When we master these tasks, we move on to the next stage. In other words, we pass go, and then we're on to the next set of developmental tasks. Well, when we experience a significant emotional event like mother loss, we get stuck in the age group we emotionally were in, even though we grew biologically into adults. In the example I just mentioned, the woman was biologically in her 50s when her mother died, but her actual age of loss was 10. Our emotional responses relate to that age of loss. Even though we're adults, we may respond emotionally at a much younger age. This is a lifelong process unless we become aware of this and we learn how to manage this. For instance, I was 15 when I lost my mother through death. Emotionally, I still catch myself responding as a 50-year-old today. I can recognize it. I have learned to manage it. You don't have to stay stuck, but you do have to know where your emotions are hooked to. So now let's put your age of loss together with the stages of emotional development. So age plus stage. Were you in your 0 to 6 age group, 6 to 12, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? We usually stop at the 60s because most women lose their mothers in the age groups that were listed. Occasionally, you'll have women who have been blessed to experience a mother past her 70s. The last part of the formula has to do with those who were around you and how they supported you in your grief process. Did they allow you to talk about your loss, or did they pretend that she just wasn't there? Did they encourage you to share your emotions and feelings? Did they help you instead of depending on you to help them? Was there a safe place for you to grieve your loss? So if you could say yes to the first part of most of those questions, then you're blessed. Most cannot. So we talked about age and stage and your people who helped you grieve. My prayer is that you can recognize your age of loss and you learn how not to be stuck. So before next time, identify your age of loss. And you may have to process this. If you need to, reach out to me. I'll help you. And as we end, what age and stage best represents you? Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next Monday.
Thank you for joining Nurturing Words Voices of Experience podcast. Would you consider reaching out to encourage someone else in need of a helping hand or support? The Motherless Daughters Ministry is a nonprofit organization serving women who have lost or missed the nurturing care of a mother. It is funded primarily by private donations of those who support our mission. More support and opportunities to participate in offerings are available through our website at motherlessdaughtersministry.com and our Facebook page of the same name. Contributions help continue this ministry, and they can be found online, by mail, or other electronic means. Your prayers and financial support are coveted and greatly appreciated. We hope you found today's episode helpful to you in your journey of healing from mother loss. And we look forward to having you join us again.
There are so many precious pearls we discovered in today's episode. I think it's time we go oyster diving. Our emotional responses relate to the age of loss. To recap, there are 3 important factors that determine how adaptable to change we become as adults. Number 1, the age we were when we experienced loss. Number 2, our stage of emotional development. And number 3, the ability of our support system at the time to allow us to grieve. Even though we are adults, we may respond emotionally in a manner that is identified with a much younger stage of development. This is a lifelong process unless we become aware of this and learn how to manage our responses. You do not have to stay stuck.
Thank you for joining us on today's podcast. If you are in need of more nurturing words and voices of experience, we encourage you to listen to our other episodes, hit subscribe, and come check out our Motherless Daughter resources on our website at motherlessdaughtersministry.com. You can also find us on our YouTube channel and in our Facebook community, Motherless Daughters Ministry, where you will find support from over 9,000 women. We hope you'll come visit us, and we look forward to you joining us again next time. Until then, stay well.